Hey, it's Martin here. Hope you're doing well. I want to take a minute to talk with you about what's going on with interest rates. I know a lot of people are looking at how quickly rates are moving up, and in some cases, it might be scaring off some of your buyers. Some people are starting to think that maybe they should hold off on buying real estate right now with hopes of interest rates either cooling off or maybe having a reduction in housing prices and what have you. But for whatever the reason, some people seem to think that the right thing to do is to stop buying. I'm going to show you that it's exactly the opposite. A lot of people don't understand the dynamics of real estate and wealth creation through real estate. And that's why the interest rate rise is scaring some people off, is because they simply don't understand. There's an old saying that says, don't step over a dollar to pick up a nickel. And that's exactly what these clients are doing when they start to back off, because they're focusing on the small term gains as opposed to looking at the benefits of having real estate ownership and what that can do for you over time. So let's take a look at this chart that I prepared for you. This should help. If you've got clients that are on the fence, take a look at this with me. Hopefully you can see this on the screen now. What I have here is a quick model that I put together based on a $500,000 purchase price. And what we've done here is the current interest rate right now here in October is about a 5 1/8 rate. And if you look right here on the screen, you'll see that the payment on a $500,000 house with a 20% down is about $2,178. Okay, so you're at $2,178 is your current payment. If you were to wait 1 year, because interest rates will continue to rise, and the forecast is still for rising interest rates, we expect them to be above 6%, you'll see that that payment would be $2,626, nearly $500 more a year from now than buying today for the same exact house. Now, in addition to that, interest rates are going up, but prices and housing values are still moving up. I know that there's a lot of price reductions going on in the market, but price reductions don't always necessarily translate to depreciation. In fact, we're still seeing appreciation in the range of about 6.5% for Los Angeles County. And up in Santa Clarita, you'll find even stronger rates at time. So right now, if we were to look at about a 6% growth on current appreciation of real estate, that same house would cost you $533,000 a year from now. And it's through that appreciation and that growth in that money that makes sense that if you were to buy a house today, you would have $33,000 in equity tomorrow. So even though it might cost you a few bucks from what you were a few months ago, it still makes sense to buy. Now, I want to take this a step further, because really the misconception that people have is that, hey, prices are going to come down. You know, the market can't sustain higher interest rates like this forever. And there might be some truth to that. So let's explore that as well. I've got the same house here, this $500,000 house. And over here on the far right, I show a $20,000 price reduction. So let's assume we're buying this house a year from now, because now the property value came down to $480, and we pick up this house $20,000 less. But we still have a higher interest rate to contend with. So this house at $480,000 has a monthly payment of $2,364. So in a sense, you got the house for the $20,000 cheaper, but guess what? Your payment, which is what we live by, is still going to be about $160 higher than if they were to buy that same house today. And that is exactly why it makes sense to buy right now in this current market and not wait for the market to recorrect or do what a lot of people think. There's a lot of folks that just don't have a clear understanding of how all this is interrelated, and it scares them off. If you have a client that's in this situation, reach out to me. I'll be happy to put together one of these charts for you. If you have any specific deals, we can run the numbers and see what makes sense. I don't want anybody buying something that doesn't make sense, okay? But as of right now, the way that we see things is rates are going to continue to go up. It still makes sense to buy, even though rates are higher than they were 6 months ago. We're still in a very healthy market, and there's no reason somebody should hold off on buying real estate. They're still going to have a lot of wealth creation opportunities. And keep in mind that when you do buy a house at a higher interest rate, the market will eventually cycle back down. So once you get the house, you have that opportunity to refinance to a lower interest rate in the future. However, if you pass up that house, you may not have the opportunity to buy that home again, because it probably will not be available. So there's a lot of things to support continuing on the current marketplace as being healthy. And if you have buyers that are on the fence who don't know about this, please just reach out to me. I'll be happy to help you. I hope you found this to be of help to you, and look forward to assisting you on your next transaction. Have a great day.